I'm sorry even before this video starts because it's my first time using Adobe. I mean Audacity for recording. God damn it. Ah yes, Photoshop, my favorite audio recording software. Yes. Anyway, I'm sorry for any jagged sounds recording, whatever they're called, and I hope you enjoy it. Grab a couple of snacks, some juice, and lay back in something comfortable and enjoy the video. Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm the captain, and today, if you have read the title, you know what I'm going to talk about. Basically, I like playing Arsenal. I do. But the more I play, the more I see problems in different variations, like not enough maps, not enough variation in maps, bad maps, not enough game modes, bad game modes, teams. Why do you have teams in a gun game? And so on and so on. So I'll address them. First and foremost, the biggest elephant in the room that needs to be addressed is remove the musket. It's terrible. I've recorded the gameplay that you're watching right now, and yeah, the musket, I didn't get it, thankfully, but the musket is terrible. Just to be clear, I have nothing against one-shot weapons. I think one-shot weapons are beautiful, I think they should be appreciated, but the musket, you, in 99% of cases, you only get one shot off. If you hit, it's a one-shot kill. Nice, you're going to the next gun. But yeah, if you miss, you have what, a 10-second reload, if I'm not mistaken, or even longer, which is bad because it's better you just go knife some. Alright, that out of the way, let's start by talking about maps. There is quite a variety of maps. Not sure how many, but there is quite a few. But in my opinion, not enough. I've played this game for quite a while now, and for new players that will join this game, they will quickly burn through the maps. Even though they just joined, after 10 or so matches, they'll burn through the maps, and the maps won't be fun anymore. So here's my proposal to Rolve. Make more maps, and not just any maps. Like, oh yeah, let's make like a bridge. Yeah, that is a bad example for a map. Make like big maps, especially for free-for-all. There should be free-for-all only map, because all the maps currently in game, they're literally just too small, except a couple of exceptions, and that one is Dizzy, because Dizzy is, I think, the smallest map, and it's the fastest paced one. And that basically goes against my thinking for free-for-all to have larger maps, so you just don't get constantly spawn killed. But Dizzy is more or less just if you want to break the world record for the fastest match. But enough of that. So, maps, okay, there's some good, there's some bad. Like, bad examples, Bridge, Complex, Beach is in between. But yeah, basically, Subway, yeah, let's not forget Subway. But basically how a perfect map should be. In the middle, obstacles, so you don't shoot each other immediately. In each spawn, it should be obstacles again, so you don't get spawn killed. And in between all of those obstacles, just flat ground. Hillside does this mediocrely. I think Safe House is one of the better examples of how to do it. You have a lot of obstacles for you to go around. In the middle, you have an obstacle, which is the house, and so you have these flat areas where most of the combat goes. Anyway, enough of the maps. Maps are the simplest. But let's get to the weapons. And how I said, remove the musket. Musket is just utterly terrible. What else should be removed or buff? Yeah, removed musket, or if you want to keep it, at least buff the reload like very fast. Buff, I think bow, because bow is for me between remove and just buff. Yeah, it's not a one shot for a weapon that has a slow projectile speed and quite a bit of wind time for at least get some decent projectile speed. So that's my problem. Not one shot, slow projectile speeds that you can dodge easily, and yeah, terrible. Crossbow, okay, it's bow, but a little better. Auto bow has a scope, still, at least it's somewhat better than the regular bow, because you might get a kill with those 5 rounds, or at least a hit, so your team can finish them off and you get assist next gun, and so on. Auto bow yeah, it could be buffed with the reloading in my part or and projectile speed. Very much cannot complain. What I can complain is the snipers. There are snipers that deal 80 damage. 65 and so on. Two that do 60, one that does 80, and the two best ones are the Barrette and Alp. Alp because it's one shot, I love my one shot guns. Barrette because it's a one shot, and a semi-auto, meaning you can just spam it. Alp does have a little bit with it bolting. It's a little bit slow, but it's not the worst like on some other. Sako, actually, because Sako has very fast bolting, I would actually just keep it on 60 damage. Two-shot weapon because of the speed of the bolt, and at least give it a little bit faster reel, so it's a little bit more balanced. But yeah, the other, like the M40 and M6, yeah, those should be also one shot, 100 damage anywhere. The G3 is good. If you headshot, it's one shot if I'm not mistaken. So that's actually one of the better, even though it has a slower fire rate, unlike the Scar, which has faster reload, bigger magazine, and faster fire rate, and I think a little bit more damage. Or no, it deals 24. So less damage than the G3, but a lot faster fire rate, so it's bad, especially scoped in. I would put also the buff railgun, because in the past, for the new players don't know this, but railgun in the past had physically a scope attached to it, but you couldn't zoom in with it. They changed it, now you can zoom in with it, making it a lot much better, because you can make more precise shots and not having to deal with that little crosshair. And on the topic of the crosshair, can you make it not transparent? Make it solid. It's hard to see. Also, yeah, I have nothing much to add. It's hard to see the crosshair, make it solid. Another thing I would like to tackle is teams. There's currently 2 teams, 4 teams, and free-for-all. In my opinion, it should be constantly free-for-all. There should be not 2 or 4. Yes, sometimes it's good to have a team on you, support you, but a gun game like Arsenal shouldn't be dependent on your team. A game dependent where you need to be dependent on your team, but a game where you show your skill. And the best method or form of showing your skill is in a free-for-all, because you need to kill somebody to get to the next gun, and there is no team to help, so you're dependent on you and you alone, so you need to be bad to win more constant. Another thing I want to discuss is levels and matchmaking. It's a little bit weird when you can just make a Rolve account, join Arsenal, and then you enter Arsenal as a new player, you're rank 0, it's your first time playing, and then you just get jumped by a level of 150 guy that's been playing this game for God knows how long and can literally backstab you by not being even close to you. Yeah, it's not fun. So my proposal, make it so it's more or less you can join a lobby, you get the option, you join the game normally, you can play against all variety of levels player, but you can get an option to choose I want to go out to a lobby where there's only maximum of being level 10, and that would help new players or more experienced players, because I'm going to repeat this, it's not fun when you get completely wrecked by level 150 while you're level 1. That happened a lot to me, but I got used to it, I got better, and so on and so on. And yes, this is kinda good, because if you play against high level players, you can get experience much faster, but if you play against only low level players, your level players, it's more of rolling into the comfort of the game. You can learn it better by testing it out and not being just wrecked by some high level. Again, this could be exploited by just that high level dude or girl, whoever, not sexist. Just making a new Roblox account and joining as a rank 0. Yes, that can happen, but it's better than just having a level 1 versus a level 150, or you as level 150 just go against level 1 and there's literally just no challenge. They walk around not knowing what happening, just them up. It's not fun for you that much, because if you're high level you want some challenge, and if you're just a beginner level 1 you just want to enjoy the game. Another thing that my friend Mark, from which I got inspiration to make this video, told me countless times while we were playing, that him and I personally also want to have the ability to see which gun is next, either by icon or by a letter basically the name of the weapon, because it would be so much help. I can have one moment, I don't know, MP7, and in the next moment musket. But if we had that, where you could see which your next gun is, example the same, you have MP7, you see, next gun, musket. Okay, I'm going to get into a better position where I can use the musket once I can kill somebody with MP7. So you just don't get, by any definition, cock block. Another thing, which is very important because you cannot win a game without it, is backstab. I cannot tell you how many times somebody has backstabbed me by not backstabbing me. From the side, from the top, all the different shenanigans. Now, before you can say, well, they headshot the knife, yes, that can happen first and foremost. But the headshot, if you hit somebody with a melee, the headshot deals some 60 and something damage. It's not an instant backstab. Or if you jump over somebody and they just look up, slice, backstab. It's not really fun, because in order to win, you have to kill somebody with a golden knife. And in 99% of the cases, it's a backstab. But sometimes it just don't work. Many times as I've played this, I just slice. Even when I don't have a golden knife, I'm behind somebody, I slice. It's not even damaging him, even though I could literally lick his neck. And yeah, fix the melee. Have it fixed one way or another. Even though I don't implement this, Rolve, if you're watching this, but I would love personally to just being able to throw a knife like your melee at somebody. That would be a little bit fun to do, a little bit hilarious, just seeing a baseball bat or a mop coming your way, or a hammer and sickle. And that's most of the problems I have in Arsenal. There's many more, like the gliding problem where you jump into a wall and you literally just stick to it. That has got me killed so many times, I cannot even tell you. Remove that, please. Or at least give us the ability like to glide if we're close to the wall, if we hold down space or something like that. Not just, you know, sticking to the wall and die, because you want your game to be fun, and that is not fun. Also, before I finish this video, I got to hear from the community, quote unquote hear from the community. But I've read what people say, and some people say for some weapons they're bad and all. But can I just say this? Remove the megaphone, because it has ear-raped me so many times. I cannot help. I think I'm getting deaf from it. Either make it so in a certain range of, I don't know, 5 meters or something like that, or just remove it, because it's deafeningly annoying. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Maybe you agree with my statement. Maybe you don't, who knows. But all in all, I hope you enjoyed this video. Rolve, if you're watching this, chop, get to work, fix your game for once in your lifetime. We want your game to be fun, not frustrating. And yeah, leave a like first and foremost. Secondly, subscribe if you like my content, this content, any content. Thirdly, have fun, don't get bored in lockdown. Hope you don't die from depression of online school, and enjoy your summer, all of you. Captain out.